Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your...
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't joined the Black Envy movement, what are you doing? Click the subscribe button right now and click the notification bell to make sure you get notified every time I post a new video. So today we're having another get ready with me chit chat video, and today we're going to be discussing my personal journey of femininity and things I've learned and things I want to share with all. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Keep on watching to see how I achieve this look, especially to see what I got to say. Okay. My hair has grown. It's not that long. As you guys can tell, the top is still relatively short. But we got a ponytail, sis. Sarah got a ponytail, okay? I've been wanting this ponytail all year, okay? And it happened a month later, but we got it. We finally got it. Yes, girl. Had them lips. Because the last video, my lips was checked, boy. I was like, what is this? Hey! I was like, what is this? Sarah is not coming correct. So, today, we're going to have another chit chat, get ready with me video or whatever. And, today we're going to be talking about my personal growth into my femininity. Okay, and somebody want to watch my video. I'm like, it's so like, they're like, and so please, and I'm like, you're gonna watch my vlog? So yes, today we're gonna talk about my femininity growth and me almost 25 from who I was before. And if you haven't watched my previous videos, go ahead and check that out. You're gonna see the growth even from my skin. This side is practically cleared up. We're still working on this small little area right there, but it's almost gone. And the skincare is coming. I hear you on Instagram. I hear y'all. The skincare video is coming, okay? So let's get started. Yes. So guys, there's a lot of videos on YouTube that talks about femininity, the qualities of being feminine as a woman. And how, like, you know, they mostly focus on the outer appearance, which has a lot to do. I wouldn't say a lot to do. I just feel like it's just representing your femininity. It's not typically or actually the base of your femininity. So when I started my femininity journey and all of the above, okay, it was just me learning myself as a woman and just wanting myself to be taken seriously as a person and as a woman, okay? Because there's a difference between being a girl and being a woman. And especially me being an entrepreneur and having a wig business, like, my appearance and the way I carry myself has a lot to do with my business. As shallow as it sounds, that's the world we live in. That's the capitalism in the world we live in. That's why there's such things as pretty privilege. The way I carry myself, the way I, you know, act, or the energy I, you know, put out there is really important, and that's how I'm able to continuously grow my business. So we're going to talk about that journey. So the beginning of my femininity, I started really wanting to tap into it when I was growing out of my teenage phase. Now I'm 24 going on 25 by the end of this year, and since I was 16 I set goals for myself to where I want to be at 25. And the other day I was thinking about them and I was like, wow, like, I'm actually knocking all these goals out. Like, that is so crazy to me, how like subconsciously I stuck by those goals for so many years, and how, like, you know, financially, emotionally, mentally, and just dealing with my trauma head on 4 years ago. So just like anybody else, nothing is particular about my story. Everyone, I believe, has went through trauma in life that reflects on how they live, how they carry themselves, everything like that. So for me, knowing that I don't have to be a product of my environment, understanding that I don't have to be a product of my environment, I started dealing with myself with my core, okay? A lot of times these videos always like tell people, yeah, you have to be soft, you have to be dainty, you have to Let me tell you, all those physical or the attributes that are tied into your femininity will come naturally. And let me tell you how and why. When you are learning and dealing with your trauma, a lot of times women, and I'm speaking from experience, have a lot of masculine energy because a lot of times there was a lack of masculine energy either in their household or in their life, where they had to take certain roles of the masculine energy, or either they weren't protected, or either they didn't feel safe, secured, where they had to fend for themselves. So because of traumas or situations and experiences, a lot of women have to carry that energy in a sense of protection. It's not that, you know, they don't want to be trustworthy, motherly, loving, these type of qualities that we attribute to femininity, but it's actually just due to experience and everything like that. And I had a lot of masculine energy. I'm not going to even lie. Like, I was a whole Negro out here. Like, and the reason being is because I lacked a lot of that masculine energy. I didn't feel safe. I feel like I had to be my own protector, my own provider. Just certain things I was not equipped with that I had to become equipped with. Okay?
Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. So no one else does what you do. That's why I spend my life with you. I wanna please you in any way I can. I wanna share my world. Don't you understand?
So, for a very long time, I just felt like I had to be strong. And one of the things I feel like hurted me a lot, especially being a black woman, was the terminology of a strong black woman. And there's actually negative connotations to that in my eyes. Now, other people might take it differently, and that's fine. But for me, I realized it wasn't necessarily a compliment, because you never hear people say a strong white woman, a strong Mexican woman, a strong Asian woman. Like, you don't hear that, but you always hear a strong black woman. Like, why do we always have to be strong? Like, why can't I be like Karen and just be like, oh my God, Bill, like, I want to do that too. I want to do that too, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with relying on someone else. But you got to find a person to do that. And things I learned through my femininity is that it's okay to not be strong all the time. It's okay to face and deal with your traumas the proper way, and channel that energy into self-love instead of self-hate. Now, I have videos already talking about my depression. I have videos talking about how I was dealing with it, and that was literally my growth. If you look back, I'll link some of those videos down below. My growth in the person I am becoming. This is the first time in my life first time in my life period, that I actually can say with confidence that I love myself, and not in an obsessive way, or you know that self-absorbed way. No, like, I actually love myself in the sense that I don't find myself comparing me to somebody else or the next person. Now I'm just comparing myself to myself. I'm seeing how I can top myself from the year before, how I can become better, because the better your energy, the better the people who come in your life become, in a sense that you start pulling great people. You start pulling the people you actually want in your life, especially when you become selective with the people you allow in your life. And you'll understand that everybody's journey is not for you, especially with growing in my business, and it's growing slowly. I learned to appreciate a gradual, constant incline rather a rush to the top, because I'm learning myself as a business person. I'm learning how to build a business properly, and I'm learning certain things that are very vital to the livelihood of myself in my business, and separating those two. So that all comes with your femininity, just understanding yourself and giving yourself affirmation. People don't understand how far affirmation goes. Even sharing affirmation, not just to yourself but the people around you, helps you grow as a woman. Because, listen, I consider myself a triple minority. And what a triple minority is, and my husband always laughs at me when I tell people, I'm a triple minority, okay? I got one word out here, okay? I am a child of immigrant parents, so I already am a downfall for just being Haitian, okay? I'm black and I'm a woman. So all the odds are against me, just like everybody else. And not saying nobody else have odds, but just being a darker complexion, as my previous video, colorism, you know, you got to deal with a little bit more trauma, especially when being bullied for your skin color that you didn't choose, or just not looking like society's beauty standards, or not having a lighter complexion. So yesterday, I was watching this video, probably put it right here, or somewhere, okay? And it was about this black woman and her personal experience with pretty privilege, and how she's never experienced it, and that letting her know that, like, you know, she was regular, she ain't cute, none of that. I believe words are very strong, and I really have compassion and empathy for what she said, because some of the things she said, I could relate to it. But at the same time, she tried, when she spoke certain things in a negative connotation or negative tone, she didn't realize how powerful her words were. There was things when she was like, yeah, I know I'll never get married. Like, I'm 32 now, I have minimal relationship experience, and I just know I'm never getting married. And I'm looking at her like, girl, your skin is popping. Like, she ain't even got blemishes, my sis, okay? And, you know, from the looks of it, I feel like she does have a great personality overall. But my problem with that is that if you let the world beat you down, they win. We can change the narrative of pretty privilege. I genuinely believe that. Because what's considered pretty privilege in the States is not what's considered pretty privilege in other countries and other parts of the world. You might be seen regular here. That doesn't mean you're regular somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? And just because the certain men that you want to approach you or they don't approach you, change that. I feel like there's nothing wrong with approaching a man if you're interested in him. You can start the chase. I always tell people you can start the chase, just don't finish it. You feel me? What I'm saying? You feel me? Have him tap him. Hey boo, you looking oblivious? You see me? Okay, work for me now. Okay, now you see me. Now you gotta work for me. Okay, turn the tables. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make you less of a woman. If you want something, go get it. Like, I don't see that being a problem. But if you're sitting there waiting and you go to the thought of, well, I don't look like the next girl, and even when, you know, she was saying like, you know, she wouldn't really want pretty friends, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, because they'll turn heads and she's been ignored before. I'm like, men can smell the lack of confidence. Now, before I could 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I could definitely agree with her and be like, girl, you speaking facts. But me growing into the person I am now, all of those are not facts. I've seen, no offense, lesser, prettier people than her find people who love them. Find people who find them gorgeous. Like, it's not just society's pretty standards, but other people forget that other people have their own standards as well. Not everyone follows the crowd. Not everybody align their thoughts with everybody else's thoughts or the majority. So her saying all that, I was like, girl, don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. You feel me? Yeah, it's tough out here in these streets, but pretty people who are considered pretty are having a tough time getting a relationship too. Y'all be acting like they ain't got no problems either. Like, child, I personally, this is just me, everybody else is different. I personally am so happy that I'm not the typical pretty, that I don't have certain features that people, you know, run after, or like, what is it? What's the word? It's not desire. It's kind of, I can't remember the word. It's not come to me. But basically obsess over, you know, but then people forget that those features become just you. Like, it's not about you as a person anymore. It's just what you are on the outside. And to be honest, I'm a type of person, I don't like attention. I'm very confident in myself, but I don't want to be in the center of it. I'm just a very friendly, outgoing person. That's just who I am. But I don't want to be in the forefront. To be honest, I don't even want to be noticed. Like, don't notice me. I like walking regular. I like being crusty and nobody trying to talk to me. I love that. But then if I'm going to stunt, I can stunt and turn heads. But it's because of confidence. People don't realize that just the energy you protrude brings people in. Have y'all ever just looked at certain men and you're like, yo, you so not that attractive? I don't like using the word because I don't like insulting people, but you see certain men and they not up to part to your particular status or standards of society. But guess what? They got the baddest chick. Why? So why could that not happen to you? But it all starts about your inner work. That is where the true femininity growth happens. You taking your self-care seriously and not just doing your facials and all of that. Those are add-ons. But I mean doing the serious work where you're not lying to yourself and being like, well, I'm being real with myself, but actually being like, dang, I personally have a problem with myself. Like, I'm beefing with myself. I need to stop that. I need to enjoy my company. I need to understand that it's okay that, you know, this is not how it's working for me, even though it worked for others. Because the way your life started and the way your journey is so different. These little details you might not think that are so big and major are major and big, and that is why every journey is different. So you can't focus on, well, she pretty, everything gotta be easy for her. Money is not everything. Having men fondle over you obsessively is not a good thing, okay? I don't want no man stalking me. I don't want none of it. It's okay. I like being regular dickler. I'm an acquired taste. And it's fine. There's beauty in that. It's a protection in a sense, the way you look at it. Perspective is so important. Perspective is what's going to give you a true balance in life when it comes to your femininity. So that being said, we need to start speaking way more positively. And I don't mean just, oh girl, you're looking cute today. No, you need to compliment yourself when you just woke up from the bed and you got your bonnet on. Okay? You need to compliment yourself and be like, ooh, skin looking good this morning. Teeth looking whiter this morning. You feel me? Skin feeling smooth. Ooh, okay. I'm doing the dang thing. And you know what? I'm going to have a good day. That's what you need to wake up and tell yourself. You don't know how far those particular words will get you. I'm telling y'all right now. Because those are the words. Because people tell me all the time, like, how are you confident to do these things and still doing it? Things like that. I'm like, because I, one, love what I do. I love to create. That's just the person in me. Two, I became my friend. I became my friend and I became confident in what I was doing. And I always make sure that no matter where I go, that I can leave a little something with people. Good memories of me. Encouraging, motivating one another. And just continuously to grow as a person. You're going to meet people who might not like you. Who might say the meanest things to you. I've dealt with bullying in real life. Like this social media mess don't faze me. And I just do it because I like it. It has nothing to do with anybody else. You feel me? Life prepared you in ways that you never thought that was significant until you get to that moment in your life. That's why loving yourself and embracing yourself and becoming your self-friend, like your own friend, will push you far. That's when you become more creative. That's when you start doing things naturally. And that's what kicks certain attributes that are connected to your femininity. The moment I started really getting in tune with myself, I'm gonna look for this brush tab. I started getting in tune with myself and I started really connecting with myself instead of looking at myself as an enemy. I started doing things way differently. Okay, I didn't let my depression gain any control of me anymore. I realized like I have way more control than I think I do. Okay, I invested in candles. I started spending money on candles, and to me that's an investment because scents really changed my mood. I started fixing my bed every morning. I started putting order in my life because now that I'm becoming my friend, I believe I deserve order. I believe I deserve structure. And these are the key things that will make me successful. And I'm not talking like financially only, but I mean emotionally, mentally, understanding truly what I want as my own person in my own life. Not what everybody wants you to believe that you want or you need. I started realizing like clubbing is not my thing. Deep down inside, I'm not a clubbing girl. I'm old in my heart. I love staying home. I love interior decorating. I love museums. I love certain things where I'm like, yeah, that is my vibe right now. That is my kick. And that's what I can do right now, okay? And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with like doing my own thing, and I find joy in what I'm doing because I'm doing it because of me, not because somebody else is pressuring me to do something. I started learning that I can't be a people pleaser because I used to be a people pleaser. Now I'm fine with just saying no and being good with that, even as a business owner, because the last 3 weeks people been trying me, being disrespectful. because I want to put structure in my business, and they can't, you know, walk all over me like they think they could in the beginning, which is hilarious. And I'm like, no, baby, because everything needs structure, and I'm going to place structure because I can't work or provide the quality that I want until I provide that quality for myself. Myself gotta be taken care of before all else. You cannot take care of others if you're not taking care of yourself, because how do you know genuinely what it means to take care of others if you don't take care of yourself? And that's a fact. So deal with those traumas head on. Like, deal with those traumas. Deal with the things that you don't want to confront. And have people who know you personally, have those heart-to-heart moments where they can tell you, yeah, you like it, and you can't put your emotions into it. You have to listen. You have to be aware, like, wow, this is something I really need to work on. You know what? Accept criticism. You have to accept criticism, because even when you don't want to hear it, these are the things that you're unaware. Like, you could look in the mirror and think your hair's supposed to look like that, and probably it's not. It's okay. It's okay. And if somebody's giving you advice, look into it. You don't always have to take the first advice that's given, but look into it. Say, I want, is that something I could really work on? Yeah, I do have, some of these issues I do have to work on. You know what? Let me implement that into increasing my self-worth to myself. Not to others, but to yourself. Because the moment you put value on yourself, everyone sees it. Everyone sees it. I always tell my friends, if everyone can afford a diamond, would diamond really hold its value? And that's the tea. And that's the tea. It's okay if everybody don't like you. You don't do this journey of your femininity because you want to look like society standards. Like, you do your makeup because it makes you feel good. You do your hair because it makes you feel good. You light your candles because you like to feel comfortable. You pay for that. You pay for that. You say you end certain friendships because of your well-being. It's okay. And if they want to talk, they can talk. It's okay. You can't stop it. But you understand why you did it. And that's all that matters. Instead of looking at all the little imperfections, remember that everybody, even the ones that are considered pretty, have imperfections. It's okay. That shouldn't be your focus. Your focus should be like, dang, girl, like, I really like that feature in my face. Like me, I love my round head. I love my tiny eyes. I love my smile line. I just love how my cheeks are very like I just love it because it reflects my personality. Like, it's me. It is me. And I wouldn't want to look like anybody else. When I started seeing the beauty in myself, I started working out because I wanted to be healthy, not because I wanted to look skinny or to look a certain body type, because that's what society is pushing right now, or that's what I see all the time. It's okay. It's okay, girl, if you ain't got the booty everybody carrying. You don't need it. It's okay. It's okay. You still rocking it. It's okay if you ain't got no big titties. It is okay. Instead of focusing so much on the outer appearance, your femininity comes within. Even when it comes to submitting to when you get married, submitting to your partner, or, being that woman, it comes naturally because you're in tune with yourself. You're gonna want to do those things. No one's gonna have to tell you to do those things because you know yourself. And when you know yourself and you love yourself, you start carrying yourself that way. You're going to start carrying yourself the way you want to carry yourself. You're going to understand that, you know what, I'm going to leave a mark. That when people talking, people just talking. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Regardless, the reason why you turn their heads, you turn their heads. And that's what makes you beautiful. You realize that beauty standards in the U.S. don't really matter. They don't really stick. It's what comes with that beauty. You know what I'm saying? I might not look like a Lori Harvey, but baby, I do me a good little stunting. You feel what I'm saying? When I feel myself, you know I feel myself. And I walk with that confidence. And I wear the things that make me comfortable, that makes me feel good, that makes me feel beautiful in my eyes. And because I'm beautiful in my eyes, I become more beautiful in my husband's eyes. You feel me? I'm not dependent on people telling me, oh, you look good, you look good. I know I look good. Thank you, girl. I love me some compliments, don't get me wrong, but those first compliments is coming from me. You know what I'm saying? Even my little wins. If I knew I fixed my bed this morning, girl, you doing a good job. Girl, you doing a good job. That's all that matters. You didn't get everything done on your list today? That's straight. You have another day. You building a new hobby and you fall a couple of times? That's fine. What's important is that you got back up. That's where your femininity lies. It's just you learning yourself and transitioning into your womanhood. Not because you can walk in heels, not because you wearing a two-piece, or you wearing Fashion Nova, or you doing this and the third. Those things don't matter. Those things right there do not matter. What matters is that you are comfortable. You feel good and beautiful and pretty in your own eyes. And little do you know, men will start approaching you. I can't even front. When they feel that, and they know, when they can feel when you know that you're a diamond. Okay, they can feel that. They're like, ooh, this woman can hold her own as a person. Like, she not a sheep, you know. She the shepherd. Okay, she is the shepherd. She brings something to the table more than a booty. Okay, she brings something else. She has a good head on her shoulder. Okay, because femininity comes from being strong. Femininity comes from being strong mentally. It comes from being a helper, being a person that can help find a solution, or not even trying to find a solution, but being empathetic. Well, is it the word empathetic? Or having empathy. And that's what's really important when it comes to your femininity. And it's things like that that protects you from the hate. It's things like that here and there, because we are imperfect. It's gonna get to us. But that's when you start picking yourself up and be like, listen, I'm not the one or the two. I don't gotta get low. You want me to act out in character? That's not what I'm giving you. Don't give them reasons to continue feeling like they have the upper hand. I don't do that. Okay, I don't do that. You want me to fail? Bet. You do that, okay? I know I want to succeed and get certain place in life because that's where I want to be. Not to prove you wrong, because no matter what I do, I am proving you wrong. You are not my priority. I am my priority. My family is my priority. My business is my priority. And you're not one of those three. Therefore, you will never be a priority or have a sense of importance where I need to prove anything, because you watching me. And that's how it's a protection, because you understand your worth, regardless how people want to act like you a Cuban, not that fake diamond you get at the beauty supply store from your studs. Yes, girl, you are not that, okay? But you still have to be reasonable. Just because you know you're a diamond Diamonds still need work. They need to be shaped. They have to be, you know, clean under pressure. So you still have to have you have to have humility. Especially being a black woman and the stereotypes that are tied to us. Baby, you do your own narrative. Who cares about the stereotypes? The way you want to be taken seriously and the way you want to roll, that's it. Men are not everything. You are everything. And let me tell you something. Men can tell when you have your grounds and you have your boundaries and they got to come correct. They know. They know. And when you set your ground, it's good to set your ground early to protect your well-being, because at the end of the day, your mental health and emotional health is important, and people around you got to help you get there. A lot of times we think we could do this by ourselves, but as I said, there's a lot of things you cannot see that others can see that can help you move even faster. So it's okay to get certain criticisms. It's okay. Not everyone got to be, you know, put in a box where you got to actually look at, but sometimes, think about it. You feel me? That's where the growth is, and naturally all those attributes just fall into place, y'all. Fall into place. Like, to the point where there was a part in her video where she was like, she basically was intimidated if she were to be friends with Lori Harvey. I would never be intimidated. Let me tell you why. Just like she got men flying after her, so do I. I be out here crusty and ashy, not having no care in the world, and yet I'm pulling. Why am I pulling? Because I'm not concerned about trying to appease the opposite sex. I ain't trying to break my back, trying to gain attention. It's okay. The only attention I'm looking for is myself. Okay, and my husband. But if I was single, it would be just myself. Okay? Enjoy the night, because literally when you enjoy your life the way it is and just working on what you can control, all those things come to you. You don't have to look for it. You don't have to look for a man. You don't have to chase after the money. You don't have to, you know, do this, that, and the third. It will come to you because the work is already put down. You're already clearing out the trees. You're already prepping the land. You're already setting concrete, that foundation. All that's left is to build. It will all come through. Don't feel rushed to get married. Don't feel rushed to be a parent. Don't feel rushed because everybody and their mama buying a house, you gotta buy a house. Are you actually financially prepared for that type of responsibility? Because each growth comes with a certain type of new responsibilities that you have to learn. Be realistic with yourself. Do where your hand can reach. But don't set yourself up to fail because you're trying to be a sheep. That comes with your femininity. Therefore, if you ain't getting nothing else from this video, what I want you to take is love yourself. Because the moment you love yourself, you will work on yourself. And when you work on yourself, you work on everything else around you to make sure yourself is comfortable. You're going to take a risk. And you're going to cry a lot. I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, oh, it's a breeze, it's easy. No. There's going to be times I fell back multiple times talking to myself crazy. But guess what? You know what I do differently now? How I know I'm growing? I stop myself. I stop myself from feeling those feelings. I cut myself off immediately. Like, nah, bruh. I'm sad. It's okay. I'm going to let myself feel sad. But I'm not going to make this me. I'm not going to, you know, grow it. I'm not going to allow it to sit here. We're not doing that. I still got to pick myself up and keep going. Okay, I'm going to shake this ankle off and keep it pushing. Keep it, you know, moving. I'm going to keep running this marathon because I got somewhere to be. I got somewhere to get to. And that's how you got to look at it. And that's where your inner peace is going to come. You're going to be so focused on your growth that you won't even have time to compare yourself to the next person. That's where everybody needs to be. Okay? You're not going to be concerned about the next person, because you are the next person and the person at the day, because you got stuff to do, sis. You got stuff to do, and that's what matters. That's really what matters. And always, you know, push through. Do what makes you feel beautiful. I feel beautiful without makeup. I feel beautiful with makeup. I feel beautiful with my mini afro. And I feel beautiful when I slick it down. Okay, baby. It's very good over here. And she will always continue to grow and be good. And just like I'm so glad my YouTube never picked up when I wanted it to pick up. Because as before, I was young. I was chasing to make money, quick money, be a YouTuber. But I'm like, I don't want to do that. If I do videos and I take my time to edit and I do this and that, I'm going to film something I want to film. I'm going to leave a good imprint. Now, everybody is not going to take it the way I want them to take it. But guess what? I don't have to entertain that. Because my goal is I want people to leave my videos, you feel me, knowing that they can do better. They don't have to be a product of their environment. They can change that narrative in their life. Just because your family say, oh, you're never going to be anything. Don't believe that. Because a lot of times they're speaking to themselves. They're not really speaking to you. Understand that it doesn't matter what time, but start when you can. That new direction in life will always put you ahead. And that's all that matters. I want you to leave here feeling like, you know what, I can put this in my life. I can implement this and be better. And still grow. Put that energy on something else. Let's make her look alright. Oh, yes. So yeah, so my goal for this channel, really I took another direction. I love doing my makeup, but I love talking at the same time. And these videos are going to be topics that I hear a lot in my chair that I will be bringing into here and speaking on my perspective, as well as, after speaking about my perspective, uplifting. Okay, because we not living this video without uplifting my sisterhood, because what is we doing? We not here to waste no time. It's going to be valuable information, okay? So let's finish the makeup off, okay? I already talked enough. And yeah, let's get it done. Before I go and focus, I want to shout out my friend. She has these amazing lashes. This is my second pair. I did do a video with them a long time ago. These are bomb. Link will be down below. So let's get into it, because I'm running out of time and I got to go, okay?
Love is no one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Your love is no one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long.
I hope you guys enjoy this another chit chat get ready with me video. I really had fun talking about this. I hope you guys can take something away from today's video. Leave me a comment down below what else you want to see, what else you want me to talk about. Yes, and make sure you are clicking the subscribe button, clicking the notification bell, because if you haven't, what are you doing? Click it now. See you in my next video.